Today we're going to demonstrate how to take 1 milliliter of a pyrophoric liquid from the container and take that 1 milliliter into the reaction container. So as you see, I'm properly PPE'd, so protective personal equipment. I have a lab coat that protects me from pyrophoric compounds. I have gloves appropriate for the compounds that I'm going to use. These are nitrile gloves, they're blue. And I have protections from my eyes against splashes. Today we're going to transfer triisobutyl aluminum from this Sure Seal bottle into this conical shaped flask, or heart-shaped, pear-shaped flask, where our presumed reaction is going to happen. So what we need for this is a manifold, a Schlenk manifold that controls vacuum and inert gas that we can kind of direct towards the flask from which we're going to take our substance. So for me, to first do this, so I'm going to close the vacuum over here where we're measuring the vacuum with this gauge, and I'm going to use this stopcock over here to direct vacuum and nitrogen through this line. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the needle over here on the tip of that line. I'm going to open that needle and I'm going to turn on the flow of nitrogen. So this knob controls the flow of nitrogen from the cylinder that's outside of the lab, but it can also be a lab in-house nitrogen gas. So I'm going to open it by turning this way. I see that there's bubbles bubbling over here through the bubbler, which means that the nitrogen is flowing. And I'm going to open here the stopcock so that it's connected through the manifold connected to nitrogen, so that there's a nitrogen flow. So if I checked here, there should be some flow of gas. If I found some piece of lint or something, I can check that the nitrogen is flowing. So then I'm going to take, so my bottle over here is clamped with this clamp to the monkey bars over in the behind of the fume hood, so that it's secure, so that it doesn't move. So I'm going to open the bottle, and I have this Sure Seal, so I can't just take stuff out. It's not exposed to air. So I'm going to then puncture it with my nitrogen line, so that now the inside of that reagent bottle is covered with nitrogen. Okay. Then I'm going to take, presumably this needle also would be dried in the oven and it wouldn't be exposed to air, and I'm going to attach it to the syringe that I'm going to use. The most important thing here, and the one that often leads to mistakes when students do this, is that they take the diameter, the gauge of the needle that's inappropriate for the volume that they're trying to suck into the syringe. So it's very important that the diameter of the needle is sufficiently large to accommodate the force with which one is going to pull onto the syringe to direct the liquid into the syringe. If the diameter of the if the needle is too thin and the syringe is too large, then we're going to pull with very strong force. The liquid is not going to be able to come into the syringe with sufficient rate, and there's going to be pressures, and then this connection between the needle and the syringe might break, and the liquid is going to be all over us, which is a problem. So we want to pick a correct gauge needle for the volume that we're using. This also depends on the viscosity of the liquid that we're taking, so we want to take all that into account. So the next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to bend our needle a little bit, so that we have kind of a more proper access to the liquid. And we're going to puncture the Sure Seal. We're going to get all the way down to the liquid level, and we're going to pull. Now, of course, there's going to be a bubble in there, so we want to kind of get out of the liquid, get down, and then extrude that bubble so that we don't have the gas in there. Okay, and then we can go back down to the level of the liquid and pull out a little more. Let's say we need 1 milliliter, so we're going to go over here. Once we have pulled enough liquid, what we need for our reaction, again, we're going to go up over the level of the liquid so that our needle is no longer submerged, and we're going to pull the inert, oops, so we have to be above that level. And we're going to pull so that we fill the top of the syringe with inert gas. Okay? And when we do that, we're going to take that out, and then we're going to reconnect the container to which we want to insert, or if we get another needle, we would have it there. And then we're going to squirt out the appropriate volume of the liquid that we wanted to transfer. We're going to take that out. We're going to close the container, and we're going to wash our needle. And that concludes the transfer of the pyrophoric liquid from the reagent bottle into the reaction flask. Thank you.